Hello everyone, it's Aisha, aka Unapologetically Aisha, back for another video. Everybody, I'm excited for today's video. It is my top 10 binge-worthy Netflix shows. Now, this is not in any type of order. I just love all these shows, and they're very dear to my heart. So I wanted to share them with you guys today. So number one on my list is a show called Glow. It's a newer show. It has 2 seasons, and I just actually finished it. It was so easy to finish just because it's just my type of show. And basically, it's just a show about a woman that's trying to be an aspiring actress. She's being denied for like a lot of roles that she's auditioning for. So one day, like, she comes up on a role as a woman's wrestling, in a woman's wrestling sitcom. The show is like very funny. It's like based off a group of women who all have to come up with like personalities to be in this wrestling sitcom, and all their personalities are extremely funny. So number 2, and one of my favorite shows, like everybody in the world should watch this, Dear White People, okay? It's just basically about Samantha White, Logan Browning, who is a black activist in college. And she has her own radio station at the university that she's at. And her radio segment is called Dear White People, per the name. But it's also just like the drama of like being in a dorm, being on a HBCU college, or not an HBCU, actually it's like a Ivy League college. It's actually an Ivy League college. So yeah, just basically being black in a Ivy League college. But everybody can watch it, you know. Number 3 on my list is a show called Frankie and Grace. Totally a chick flick. I mean, it's really funny. I feel like it's for everybody, but I can see how it can be a chick flick. First of all, I love both actresses that are playing. You want to say hi? Don't mind his hair. Say hi. Say hi, YouTube.
Hi.
Say, my mommy's pretty.
Dad.
1, 2. Say purple.
Baba.
What color is this? Say white.
Yes.
He's so tight-tongued. What color is this?
Yes.
Orange.
Yes.
Alright, go watch Moana. Go watch Moana. Can you go watch Moana so mommy can finish the video? I know this is orange, but let's just say, basically the show is about like 2 women who have 2 husbands, and the husbands work at the same law firm, and they end up having an affair. The 2 husbands, like, it's a gay relationship. They end up having an affair, and they want to divorce their wives. So the only thing that the wives have to their name is a beach house. They both have the beach house in both of their names, the wives. And they were cordial with each other just because their husbands, you know, work for the same law firm and all that stuff. So, you know, they seen each other at like parties or whatever the case may be. But they weren't like friends. So they move into the beach house trying to get away from their husband. They just cannot stand each other. And basically the show is just about how their friendship developed and how they were more accepting of their husbands. It's just funny because it shows like their life outside of their husbands, like with their kids, and just the struggle of being like older women. It is a chick flick, but it's really good. Number 4 is 13 Reasons Why. Okay, now everybody I know have heard about this show. It's such a good show. Like, it's really serious. It's very informative. It's sad, but it's very creative. But basically, it's about a girl who commits suicide, and before she does, she leaves 13 people tapes about how they each were a part of the reason why she does so. So each of the tapes were reasons as to why she committed suicide. High school is like the center of bullying. This is the mommy eye. Oh, it didn't work. Get up there and sit down, please. Go sit down, please. Hey, please. Please, for mommy. Yeah. Please, please. Go sit down, please. Go sit down. Go sit down. Okay. I have to take him to go sit down. Bye, Mama. It just makes me sit there and ponder on the things that I did and maybe how I affected people's, I don't know if I still affected people to this day, but how I affected people in high school. And I'm not saying I was a 100% mean person, but I did do mean things to, different people. So it just really makes me feel bad, and it makes me realize how big of, how serious this situation is. Like, you never know what people are going through, basically. So this is a good show to sit there and watch. And, yeah, it's a great show. So, number 5. So, in my laptop, I didn't even write anything about this, like a description or anything, because it's kind of hard to describe. Chewing gum. That's what the name of the show is called. Chewing gum. Now, I don't even know why, because it has nothing to do with chewing gum. So, basically, the show is about a girl from the UK. The story is about how she wants to lose her virginity, and how she wants to get over her boyfriend that dumped her, that she was trying to give it to. It's kind of all over the place. The only reason that I put this on my list is because I actually did binge watch it. Now, I don't know if it was by accident. It's 2 seasons. They're extremely weird. Like, just the way she's acting. I don't know if she's actually like this. She's such a good actor. I don't know if she's actually weird or not. Like, but this show is so weird. Like, just check it out and comment below after you check it out. Number 6 is Big Mouth. Big Mouth. People say that I have a big mouth. I mean, I've heard that all my life. So I guess in a way I relate to the show. Anyways, this show is an animated series about puberty. Now, when you hear animated, don't think that this is kid-friendly, because it's not. It's on the same level as Family Guy and The Simpsons and Futurama. It's really nasty. I'm just going to say this. I mean, there's like, I'm just not going to describe what it is in the show. It's a good show. Watch it whenever you have the time. Number 7 on my list is the Get Down, and short stuff. Get down, trend. So Jaden Smith is in there. Shamik Moore. Anybody who doesn't know that I have an obsession with Shamik Moore, like, he's such a good actor. He's fine. Like, he is chocolate. Like, he's fine. But anyways, this is just basically kids from the Bronx trying to make it out through music. The reason why I like this show is not only great music, but just like the romantic storyline. Like, I'm a hopeless romantic. So, like, just some of the stuff that he says to describe his love to his girlfriend, Jesus did it for me. Okay, because I would flip if somebody ever said that. Like, I would be addicted to them. Like, I just love when men express themselves. And this is a show for that. If you love romance movies, if you love to be like if you love to fantasize how you want your man to speak to you, this is the show for you. Now, this is a show me and my boyfriend watched. So, it's pretty versatile. You can watch it with your man, and he can get pointers from one of the guys. Trenton, you better knock. So, number 8 on my list is The Ozarks. Now, I have a description for this because it's fairly new, and I'm watching it with my boyfriend. About just because I'm actually only on season 1, but it's such a great show. That's why I'm putting it on the list. Basically, it's about a guy who's working at a job where his business partners launder money for a drug cartel. But they are stealing lots of the drug lord's money. The guy who's working there doesn't know anything about this. So until like all his coworkers get killed by the drug cartel. And the only thing that saved him was telling the drug lord that he can continue to launder his money correctly. So basically he has to learn how to launder his money. And he has an idea on how to do it, but he has to have a business to do it through without them finding out. It's really good. Let me just say this. If you're going to watch a show with your significant other, please be loyal. Ozarks. Okay? Yes. Number 9 is It's Time to Get Serious. It's Time, the Khalif Browder story. If you guys have never heard of this, it's basically a teen from the Bronx. He went to a I believe a house party. He was walking back home with his friend late at night at 2 a.m. and the police pulled them over. They said that both of his friends, they said his friend and him looked like people who had robbed somebody that night. Like this guy called in and said he had gotten robbed, and the police said that it was the two guys walking in. Okay. I mean, mind you, they had nothing on them. They had nothing, literally. So how could they rob somebody if they're just walking on the street? Where was the items that they robbed the guy for? Nothing. So they took them to the precinct to question them, and I'm thinking that they're just gonna take the guy home because okay, he didn't rob the guy. He kept saying like I didn't rob anybody. Khalif, he just kept saying it. I didn't rob anybody. I think that they let his friend go, but they kept Khalif. Basically, because they just had to find somebody that robbed the guy, so they just pinned it on him. They sent him to Rikers Island. Anybody who doesn't know, Rikers Island is one of the worst prisons in America. Like, there's fighting, there's killing, there's people committing suicide. So I'm just going to say the judicial system pins a lot of crimes on, like, inner city black men. I'm just gonna say that, or just like inner city people. To be honest, if you don't have the money to make bail, you're going to rot in jail basically until you say you did a murder or say you did a crime that you did not do. And Khalif was not doing that, so he literally stayed in there for 3 years. He stayed in there for 3 years. They could not pin anything on him, so they let him out. By that time, he had tried to commit suicide the whole time, on and off, literally his whole sentence. He was in solitary confinement. And do you know how traumatizing being in a box for like 7 months, 5 months, 4 months straight? He literally came out with mental issues. That's all I'm going to say. You guys need to really watch this. This is really a serious documentary. It's so sad. Number 10 on my list, last but not least, is one of my all-time favorite shows, Weeds. It's called Weeds. I know a lot of people know about this show just because, like I said, it is old. It's 8 seasons. That's binge-watch worthy. 8 seasons? I mean, it gets no better than that. Weeds is about a single mom whose husband died, who does anything to take care of her family. I mean, her children or family in general. It's really funny. It's crazy because she dwindles her way out of situations you would never think that she would dwindle her way out of. It's real life. So that's really a good show. And like I said, it's 8 seasons, so it will never bore you. And you will be so disappointed when it's over. That is all. That was just so long. Watch some of these shows. Comment down below on your favorite shows or like what you think of what I should have added maybe. I just want to know your personal opinions. And like my video. And say, like mommy's video. That's my channel. And remember, unapologetically doesn't mean you're not apologizing for your actions. It just means you're not apologizing for being you. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you guys in the next video. Give me a kiss. Bye. Say bye. Why your lips like that? You don't like my lipstick? Let me wipe that off for your daddy see it. Bye.
Bye.
Say love you.
Bye.
Okay.